I want to lift up the connection between ICE and Customs and Border Patrol, CPB. So when you think about it, Customs and Border Patrol, it's the same agents, or it's the same agency that manages Border Patrol, meaning like you think about the southern border is a lot of what I think about, or northern border. That's what gets a lot of attention. It's the same agency that is dealing with customs, meaning we tend to see customs at the airports, right? Or when we're flying in. So back in 2013, I went to a conference and learned about, there was an organization there talking about marketing to international travelers, to really want to entice international travelers to come to the United States, to choose the US over other countries. And what they were saying is that some of the barriers for international travelers to come here was that, one, times to get visas processed were stupid, especially in comparison to places like Mexico or Canada, or maybe other, or like European countries. And so that was a deterrent, like they're going to choose somewhere else where they don't have to wait 6 months, a year, 2 years, etc. And the second thing was the wait times at the borders, or particularly at the airports, entering through customs. And if you've been to a customs line, you see they're long, unless you have global entry. But anyway, I say that to say is that one of the issues was that the visa wait times and at the customs line wait times were so long because there was a lack of agents. There was not enough people to work at, the customs in the airports because they were being sent to the southern border. So, what was happening at the southern border with Mexico. That's been the front line of a lot of violence and detaining people. And it shows you where at that time the administration was. And now we're in a different administration. So you already know what their priorities are. And so now they've gotten ICE involved, and ICE and CPB are part of the Department of Homeland Security. So now they're working together. And so I just want to make the connection between, it may seem like, oh my God, why is all this, happening? Why are people getting detained if they're flying in? And why are people getting detained, in customs and airports, or having these really terrible situations happening to airports? They're just doing the same kind of tomfoolery that was going on at the southern border. I mean, it's, in a different way, but you have the same agency is running the show. So when I learned that, I was like, oh, immigration is a travel issue. And maybe that seems like duh, but it really drove home the point to me of how travel has been political to me for a long time. But to understand the mechanisms and the policies around it, and how we see what our we've seen what the priorities are. And I'm not going to make a whole video or diatribe about the money that's being made from these detention centers, these ICE detention centers, and the money that has been poured in since the election. But I mean, do the math.